confident about what's possible. And a lot of you say you watched me, my watching you continues to make me know what's possible.
Diana Ross is an American actress and performer. The Supremes were Motown's most successful act of the 1960s and one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. With 12 #1 hits on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, including Where Did Our Love Go?, Baby Love, Come See About Me, and Love Child, they remain the most successful female group in history. After leaving the Supremes in 1970, Ross launched a successful solo career in music, cinema, television, and theater. Her self-titled solo debut album included the #1 hit, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and the music anthem, Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand.
Like they were my children, to let them know that they were safe and that they were going to be all right as long as and they tried to get me to get off the stage, and I refused to get off the stage.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. Her full name is Diana Ernestine Earl Ross, but is also known as Diana. She was born March 26, 1944 in Detroit, Michigan, making her 78 at the time of this production. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. Diana Ross considers herself a Baptist. She used to sing in church, where she gained her initial musical experience. Her mother, Ernestine's father, Reverend William Moten, served as a pastor in the Bessemer Baptist Church in Bessemer, Alabama. Diana and her siblings spent considerable time with their maternal grandparents during their mother's bouts with tuberculosis. Diana Ross was arrested for DUI on December 30, 2002 in Tucson, Arizona, while undergoing substance abuse treatment at a local rehabilitation facility. She later served a 2-day sentence near her Connecticut estate. Ross has been married twice and has 5 children. She began dating Motown CEO Berry Gordy in 1965, and together they share a daughter, Rhonda Suzanne Silberstein. However, Gordy did not help raise Rhonda, as 2 months into her pregnancy, Ross actually married music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein in 1971. Silberstein went on to raise Rhonda as his own, despite knowing who her biological father was. Ross went on to have 2 daughters with Silberstein, Tracy Joy and Chudney Lane. After Ross and Silberstein divorced in 1977, she moved to New York City. Subsequently, Ross dated Kiss guitarist and singer Gene Simmons from 1980 to 1983. She met Norwegian shipping magnate Arnie Nash Jr. in 1985, and they married the following year. She became stepmother to Nash's 3 children, and together they had 2 sons, Ross Arnie and Evan Olav Ross. Years later, in 2014, Evan would marry singer Ashley Simpson. So Ashley Simpson is Diana Ross's daughter-in-law. They have a daughter together, and Evan is stepfather to Ashley's child from her first marriage to musician Pete Wentz. After reports that Nash had fathered another child with a woman in Norway, Ross and Nash divorced in 2000. Nash tragically fell to his death in 2004 in a mountain climbing accident in South Africa.
Correct.
Yes.
First of all, wait a minute. I'm so much older than you, and you don't really know me. But I don't. The thing you said, demand. I do not demand.
Diana Ross was born in Detroit, Michigan, the second eldest child of Ernestine and Fred Ross Sr. She attended Cass Technical High School in downtown Detroit, graduating in January 1962. There, she took classes on subjects such as clothing design, millinery, pattern making, and tailoring, because her original aspiration was to be a fashion designer. When she was 15 years old, Ross joined the Primettes, the sister group of male vocal group The Primes. After winning a talent competition in Windsor, Ontario, the Primettes received an invitation to audition for Motown Records. Ross had approached former neighbor William Smokey Robinson, and he agreed to bring the Primettes to Motown in exchange for them letting him and his band, The Miracles, hire their guitarist, Marv Tarplin. Motown executives were impressed by the Primettes, but they believed they were too young. Motown founder Berry Gordy then told them to come back after they graduated high school. The Primettes were not discouraged and often showed up at Motown's Hitsville headquarters to offer help on recordings, doing everything from hand claps to background vocals. Eventually, Gordy signed the group in January 1961, with the only condition being that they changed their name. A year later, Barbara Martin left the group, leaving Ross, Florence Ballard, and Mary Wilson as the remaining trio under their new name, The Supremes. Ross's solo debut album was released with Motown in May 1970, quickly followed by the albums Everything Is Everything and Surrender. In late 1971, she starred in her first solo television special, Diana. At the end of 1980, Ross began negotiations to leave the Motown label. She received $250,000 in severance from the label after 20 years with them. Ross then went on to sign a $20 million 7-year contract with RCA Records, what was the most expensive recording deal in history at the time. Her first album with RCA was Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and it was very successful, selling over 1 million copies. As a solo recording artist, Ross has released over 20 studio albums, and if we include live albums and soundtrack albums along with her studio albums, then she's released over 30 records throughout her solo career. She's also released over 90 singles, and out of these, 17 singles have reached the Billboard Top 40, 12 have reached the Top 10, and 6 have reached the status of number 1. In addition to her music career, Ross also ventured into acting, starring in the film Lady Sings the Blues, and her performance earned her a nomination for both a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award. She starred in other feature films like Mahogany and The Wiz, and the television films Out of Darkness and Double Platinum.
I just appreciate still having the longevity that I have had in my career. I would love to be making new music now. I would love to be recording.
She's earned money from album sales, tours, and endorsements throughout her 50-plus year career. Diana Ross is also a savvy businesswoman, and she's invested her money wisely over the years. Diana Ross has spent her career giving back to the community. She's a strong supporter of various charities, and she's also used her platform to speak out about important social causes. Diana Ross is an icon, and there's no doubt that she'll continue to be successful for many years to come. Diana Ross's net worth of $250 million is largely due to her successful singing career. She's earned money from album sales, tours, and endorsements throughout her 50-plus year career. Diana Ross is also a savvy businesswoman, and she's invested her money wisely over the years. Diana Ross's net worth is estimated to be $250 million. For many years, Diana's primary residence has been a large mansion in Greenwich, Connecticut. She listed the home, which sits on 5 acres, for sale at one point in 2007 for $39.5 million. She did not find a buyer, and after the real estate market crashed, successfully lobbied to receive a refund for property taxes, which in retrospect were not reflective of the true value. It's technically 2 parcels, one which is assessed at around $9 million and the other is assessed at about $10 million since it's waterfront. Cars you'll find in Ross's garage include a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow drophead coupe, and a Chrysler 300. A Range Rover. A Mustang Shelby. A Maserati Gran Cabrio.